Welterweight bout here. Charlie Radtke coming at minus 300 against Blood Diamond, who is back, and he is coming in at plus 225. Over under 2.5 rounds. Plus 155 for the over, minus 185 for the under. Charlie Radtke is 33 years of age, making his UFC debut. And 4-1 in his last 5. Blood Diamond, 35 years old. So, I mean, 35 years old. This is going to be his third fight in the UFC. If you look at his career in the UFC, it hasn't been good. He's 0-2 and lost to Orion Cosey, who has been cut. And that was a decision loss. And then got choked out in the first round by Jeremiah Wells. So there's that. I mean, he's Izzy's buddy. He trains at City Kickboxing. He's like a longtime friend of Izzy. It's kind of why he got in the UFC. But he does have a long career of kickboxing. He's actually got a kickboxing fight against Sharaputin Magomedov. And he lost a decision to Sharaputin Magomedov. If you don't know who that is, you'll find that out in UFC 294 on the Abu Dhabi card when he makes his debut. But Blood Diamond, it's very clear, like the guy, he's a kickboxer. He can't wrestle at all. He got submitted his first fight, and he got taken down by Orion Cosey in his second fight, and that's basically why he lost. Charlie Radtke, pretty damn good grappler, so it's going to be a tough fight for Blood Diamond. That's why you see the odds. I would probably think Charlie Radtke, don't even mess around on the feet, shoot doubles. You'll probably end up getting one eventually. Get him to the ground, use your jiu-jitsu. Radtke was supposed to grapple Joe Pyfer back in May, had to pull out, and then Pyfer grappled Jared Mearshart. But if you look at his professional MMA career, losses to Austin Hubbard, Chris Gonzalez, and Justin Montalvo. The wins, it's not like he's doing anything crazy on the regional scene. Like, let's just be clear there. He looks like he's training partners with Bilal Muhammad and Ignacio Bahamondes, that whole group. And it seems like he's improving as far as everything goes. I think he probably goes in there and subs Blood Diamond early. But if Blood Diamond can fight it off, like, he's got a chance on the feet. What are you thinking of this one?
Yeah, Blood Diamond definitely has a chance on the feet, but it kind of sucks for him. You know, he's 3-2 in his pro career at this age. Probably got to the game a little bit late, you know, coming from kickboxing, maybe a little too late. And the UFC is not really doing him any favors at all. I think they maybe tried in his last fight against Cosey. It didn't work out. And, you know, if Cosey's coming in there and taking you down and doing what he did to you on the ground, I don't see how Radtke doesn't, unless he just has terrible fight IQ and tries to strike with him. Because if he tries to strike with him, Blood Diamond is obviously super dangerous and he's damn good at what he does on the feet. But for Radtke, I mean, the blueprint's out there on how to beat Blood Diamond, and you have that game that should beat Blood Diamond. And, you know, if he doesn't, it's just kind of going to be it's one of those things where he probably has poor fight IQ or gasses out somehow. I don't see any other way that he loses this fight unless he stays on the feet or he gasses out in this fight. That's all. That's really what it comes down to for me. I do see Radtke finding a submission here or some kind of TKO ground and pound, because I do think once he gets him down, he's going to get into dominant position. He's going to get to mount, get his back, something of those sorts. And from there, you know, look for the finishes. So, yeah, I think he beats Blood Diamond here. And it's unfortunate because, you know, Blood Diamond, buddies with Izzy, City Kickboxing on the card in Australia, and the UFC throws you a pretty damn good grappler. Not the best fight for him, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just there's not really any good fights out there for him either.
There's really not.
It's like they brought in Charlie Radtke, who's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't really think he's like UFC caliber at this point. So it's kind of like they're throwing him a bone, but either way, I don't know. Like, would you match him up with another striker? Like, I don't know. It's just tough to match anybody up for Blood Diamond. But yeah, it's Charlie Radtke is going to be the pick for me.